In this break time app video, we're going to have a look at an app that is probably the most simplistic one that I've ever demoed on one of these break time app videos. However, I think it's a really engaging tool and something that can be used really nicely in school. The app that we're going to look at is called Story Dice. Now, like so many of the apps in the App Store, Story Dice does exactly what it says in the title. The idea is that you get some dice thrown onto a table and you make up a story around those dice. So, for example, here we've got a bus, a ghost and a tent. So the story could be about a ghost that takes over a campsite, and the only way that they can get away is by hijacking a bus, for example. All I do to change the dice is tap on the device, and that will shake up the device and change the dice that we're working with. Obviously then we could create a different story, or you can pick up the iPad and shake it from side to side. There you go. So we can get all of these really engaging story ideas from these dice. Now if I tap on more, there are a few things that we can do here and a few things that are worth pointing out. So for example, we can change the number of dice. We can increase the number or we can bring it down. So if I was going into 4, 5s and 6s, then we'd see something like this. Obviously the story becomes a lot more complex and you're demanding a lot more of the students. Likewise, we can bring that number right down to even just 1. And we can start from there. So this is a really nice tool, especially if we select free dice, because perhaps maybe we could use these dice to scope out the beginning, the middle and the end of a story. Perhaps we could use them to think of characters. So in this case, the dice in the middle could represent our character. So for me, that looks like a Greek Colosseum or a Greek temple. So maybe it's a Greek god that is our main character. And then we could look to the other dices for other key plot points. So, for example, the magnet could be to do with the start of the story and the bucket could be to do with the end of the story. So we can really use this to engage children and to get them thinking about different activities in writing stories or in fact just telling stories. Also, I think that this app is extremely useful when it comes to role play and drama. It's a really good tool to use to start getting people to think about improvisation. So there you go, Story Dice. Really simplistic, but really useful.